Just when you thought there was no more for me to talk about with Spider-Man 4, here we are again, because they just released a synopsis. Unfortunately, no trailer still, but a synopsis. And I'm going to be reading that and just going to share my thoughts on what I think it means or what I'm excited about. So it starts with 4 years have gone by since we last caught up with our friendly neighborhood hero. Peter Parker is no more, but Spider-Man is at the top of his game, keeping New York City safe. Things are going well for our anonymous hero until an unusual trail of crimes pulls him into a web of mystery larger than he's ever faced before. In order to take on what's ahead, Spider-Man not only needs to be at the top of his physical and mental game, but he must also be prepared to face the repercussions of his past. Now, this has me very excited. I just want to share my thoughts and then I'll get into what I think it means, but I'm excited for this. I was excited before, but this synopsis really cemented it for me because there's a lot going on in this movie. And to be honest with you guys, I still don't really know what all of it means, but this has me hyped. To start, the 4 year time skip is really huge because even though it has been, the last one came out in 2021, so it would make sense, but a lot of people, myself included, did not anticipate a time skip. We thought we would see, Peter in rebuilding his life back up, or at least in college maybe. But this insinuates that they might be skipping college. I don't know, because MJ and Ned were going into college at the end of the last one, and if it's a 4 year time skip, that's right at the end of their college run, which is interesting because that makes me wonder how Zendaya will play into this movie. I don't know if she'll be part of that, facing the repercussions of his past thing. Maybe Peter tries to get back with her, or maybe something happens to MJ because of his past being Spider-Man. I don't really know, but it does have me excited for the possibilities there. Although I will say I will be disappointed if they skip college, because I always envisioned Tom Holland's Spider-Man as a pretty clear-cut first three movies high school and learning phase, next three movies college / early adulthood and growing phase, and then have maybe another three movies, if he's up for it, be full adulthood and a fully realized Spider-Man. Maybe not even have to kill him at the end, just a fully realized veteran Spider-Man. I think that'd be awesome. But I'm still open to what they have planned. I also thought college would be a great place for him to meet Gwen and Harry, which I was hoping they would be doing in this movie, but apparently maybe not. But yeah, it talks about how, Peter Parker is no more still. They're sticking to the events of No Way Home, which everyone kind of assumed they would, but to me that does still take balls because it's just a crazy move. But it's nice to know Spider-Man is still at the top of his game, because I always love when when Peter Parker is suffering, as bad as it sounds, but Spider-Man is thriving, because to me it really exemplifies who Spider-Man is as a hero and a character. Not many heroes in comic or in general can have two sides of their lives be completely different. Obviously they can have the secret identity, but usually when one side of their life is failing, the other one is too. But Spider-Man is unique because Peter Parker suffers, and yet he still persists as Spider-Man. And not only persists, but he succeeds. So it's very interesting, and I love that they're going that route with it. They're really leaning into it. Now, what do I think this all means? For one thing, we know, there's some things that we pretty much know at this point. Punisher and Hulk are going to be in it. Scorpion is rumored to be a villain. Boomerang is rumored to be a villain. Tarantula is rumored to be a villain. All of those villains are pretty major Spider-Man villains, especially Scorpion. So that's all very exciting. Obviously, we know why Scorpion would be wanting to go after Spider-Man, because yes, people have forgotten Peter Parker as Spider-Man, but Scorpion never knew that. He just wanted to kill Spider-Man and find out who he was to ruin his life. So it makes sense that he would still be doing that. It's crazy that it's so long after, but maybe he just was never able to escape prison, and maybe something changes now. Maybe somebody breaks him out, because it is rumored that the Hand will be in this movie. And if you don't know, the Hand is kind of a group of ninjas, It's funny, it reminds me a lot of the foot from the Turtles because, obviously. I don't know which one came first. I would assume the hand came first, although they are mainly a Daredevil villain, from my understanding. But, yeah, I mean, that makes it all the more interesting because you have Punisher in here, who is heavily associated with Daredevil, specifically Born Again. And it's rumored that this will tie into Born Again Season 2. So you have the Punisher, you have the Hand. I would assume that we get Daredevil in here, maybe a surprise appearance. But even if we don't, this has all the makings for really connecting to Daredevil even more and hopefully getting a Spider-Man and Daredevil team up down the line. But that being said, that's my guess. I think maybe the Hand has something to do with kind of breaking Scorpion out. Maybe they try to, maybe Spider-Man's, getting in their way even more than Daredevil. Because, as we know, he is at the top of his game. So maybe they're trying to build their own team. Maybe a Sinister Six. I mean, that's my thought. I think this movie is maybe a secret Sinister Six movie without it being like the official Sinister Six. With characters like, Boomerang, Tarantula, Scorpion, the Hand. Even the Hulk is rumored to be fighting Spider-Man, so he might be more of like a villain type role. There's just so much here that you could do. And with the Web of Mystery line, it makes sense for me to have the Hand be included in that because you can almost treat them like a Court of Owls, but for Marvel. Obviously, it's not the same because the Court of Owls in DC is more of like a secret, super ultra wealthy society of elites that run the entirety of Gotham. But you can have the Hand kind of act similar to that in the sense that like they work in the shadows, in the background, they're constantly doing something, and go from there. So I am excited for this. I think it's going to be a lot, but I think if anyone can balance it, it's Daniel Destin Cretton. If he did Shang-Chi, I love that movie. He did Wonder Man recently, which is getting great reviews. So I have faith in the guy. That coupled with the fact that they have Jackie Chan overseeing fight choreography definitely helps. So, with everything we've seen behind the scenes, I am super looking forward to this. But let me know what you guys think of my thoughts. Let me know what you think of my theories down below. And let me know what your theories are because you guys always offer great insight and I'm always, happy to hear what you guys have to say. So if you stuck around this long, I do appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed. And I'm looking forward to hearing your opinions. Until next time, I'll see you.